Hello and welcome. I am Conan the Lybarian with Obsidian Portal, and today we'll be taking a look at Jetpack 7's new Kickstarter project, Blackstorm Realms. This epic setting spans fantasy, sci-fi, everything in between, including your own campaigns. The content here is crunchy and deep, and Jetpack 7 has provided more than enough information to already get really excited and start crafting ideas for your own campaign just from this Kickstarter. Let's take a look.
The idea for Blackstorm Realms started with one world, Apethia, inspired by the works of Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson and their theories of the lost history of our own world. The idea of creating a setting with its own cataclysmic event far in the past and bringing in the mysteries of a world like that into 5th edition truly excited us. Furthermore, we've always loved the elements of space fantasy. Settings like John Carter or Star Wars, even Star Trek, are some of our absolute favorites. These are epic stories that sparked our imaginations, and the infinite possibilities of a setting that goes beyond any single world is very appealing to us. We want to bring some of that adventure, mystery, and discovery to 5th edition with Blackstorm Realms.
The pedigree for Jetpack 7 is pretty impressive. A subsidiary of Conceptopolis. This studio might be familiar to a lot of 5e players because it's the same people that did a lot of artwork for the Monster Manual in 5th edition, as well as all the artwork for the items in the DMG. Add to this Stronghold and Followers concept and cover and interior art, as well as the Young Adventurer's Guide books. Jetpack 7 has a lot of history and a lot of people who've been involved in a lot of projects. If you go through the Kickstarter, the art is gorgeous, even just what little they have so far for this. So I'm really excited to see how pretty this content's going to end up being.
We expanded upon a single world and introduced 2 more for this book, along with a way to link them together into one cohesive universe, and we hope to add on even more as we unlock stretch goals. With Blackstorm Realms, you can customize your character with an array of magical devices called Apparatum. Upgrade your game with an optional advanced magic system. Explore fantastical worlds and meet new and intriguing races. Get to know something new with playable classes and other great features found in this book. Face the unimaginable perils in the Blackstorm and help save all the realms from the Aladdin.
What Jetpack 7 is doing here isn't just introducing their own content. They're not just saying, come play in our sandbox. They're really going after the homebrew, these self-created campaigns. They're really talking a lot about the tools and the bridges they give you to cross between worlds. Blackstorm Realms isn't just about their epic setting. A lot of old school gamers will remember Planescape Spelljammer and other trans-realm crossing adventures. Well, that's what they want. They don't just want you to buy their book and use their material. When you go through the Kickstarter and you see that celestial whale, and when you read about the different ways they're going to help you travel, it gets me really excited. Some of my favorite memories of D&D or any campaign have been going through portals, visiting different planes. I think it's going to be something really valuable to help players transport and GMs transport instead of having to justify, instead creating an adventure, having a hook, having a plot, having something and a reason that fits a story and fits a flavor, as opposed to just wedging something in there to make travel make sense. I don't want to just go point A to point B. Even in the not entirely popular 4th edition, you had the Astral Sea, where you could go from plane to plane, cloud to cloud, star to star, in that same kind of planescape realm, but you were drifting across dead gods, you were drifting across shattered realms, you were drifting across pieces of the weave. So to be able to travel through this fantasy space and get to experience that sort of thing again, well, that gets me right in the nostalgia. I'm really excited for that. I've said it before and I will say it again, I love items. In any RPG, it is my favorite thing. Tabletop video game, anything, is items. And Jetpack 7 here is talking about introducing Apparatum. It's not technology, it's a melding of physical and spiritual. I don't know what that means. But the details they do give, being able to customize and augment and change your character with this pseudo-spiritual whatever it is, that sounds really just cool. Everyone likes power-ups, everyone likes items, everyone likes being able to fantasy Iron Man themselves. And that's what this sounds like. There are a couple different types of this apparatum. It's hard to tell exactly what the pros or cons are going to be between the two of them, or what else they're going to do in this setting. But being able to introduce a new mechanic like that, it just means more options. And that's what, again, I keep talking about Jetpack 7 is doing here, is adding tools and adding customization and adding ways to augment a campaign, as opposed to just replace or overpower, but to be able to change and add a new element. That's really worth checking out, and it's worth adding to a campaign when it can make something more exciting and interesting, not just make someone more powerful. There's a big difference between role, LL, and role, ROLE, playing. The Blackstorm Realm Sorcerer is solid. The class itself is really well built. Now, if you go through it, and I recommend you do, because Jetpack 7 is actually giving it to us for free on the Kickstarter. Go over, download it, play it, use it, put it in your campaign. It's already built and ready to go. What you'll find on this is a new Wild Surge chart. It's not actually Wild Surge per se. It only goes up to 20, and the effects are pretty heavy compared to the regular Wild Surge chart, which is fine by me. I think the Wild Surge chart itself has kind of some superfluous stuff on it that really doesn't add much flavor as much as hassle, but it really does give this sorcerer a heavier feel, kind of a darker feel, which makes sense when you're trying to tame the chaos of whatever it is, in this case the Blackstorm realm. I like the idea that it's going to be more chaotic, that it's going to be pretty heavy hitting, really, for anyone on this field at any level 1 and up. So as you read some of this content, and as you listen to some of the interviews with these guys and gals working on this project, you'll hear about this plot, this nefarious, overarching scheme across these 3 different introduced worlds, but just universe in general, which is cool. I can't remember the last time I had a campaign that didn't have a big bad guy, unless it was a smash and grab dungeon crawl. What they're doing here, when you look at the content they're providing, and what I'm talking about, is that they're going after you. They're going after the content creator, the GM, the player. They're going after your story, not going after, but rather introducing a reason to travel. That's what they're really pushing with this content here. So they're providing a context for it. When you have to travel these different realms and worlds to defeat something, to figure out something, it makes it more fun. It gives it something more than just, oh, I go to a new market, or I want to go to the Shadowfell, I want to do this because of this little thing. They're giving you that opportunity to face something bigger than yourself, bigger than one fake horde, one bad guy, one army. They're introducing this idea of dread. They're introducing something that as you level up, as you progress, as you get bigger and bigger, there is something just as big to meet you at the top. It's always really disappointing to me when you fight that guy, the BBEG, you get there and they're powerful, but that's not everything a final boss should be. There's some reason that they're big and bad and the evil and the ultimate thing you face. And I'm really excited to see what they have planned for something this large and nefarious. So, Obsidian Portal's own Jinx, Bing, reached out to Jetpack 7 with some questions about some details on this upcoming project. And we were lucky enough to hear back from Aaron Hubrick, creative director with Conceptopolis, and a writer, creator, and artist with Jetpack 7. His answers to some of our questions really gave us more hints, gave us more teases, and really just made me want to go back through the Kickstarter yet again, as often as I've combed over it, to see those finer details that he teased at. Just the fact that they responded back is cool. The fact that he wants to let us know a little bit more is cool. And the fact that there is enough here just in the Kickstarter alone to miss a detail is very telling about not just the Kickstarter, but the concept itself. Bonus. Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a little bit of bonus here. I know I talked about the questions and answers between Obsidian Portal's own Jinx and Aaron of Jetpack 7. So, Jinx asked, what exactly is Blackstorm. And Aaron responded, Blackstorm is basically space, but we're adding our own spin on it. Imagine a new galaxy that has some unique features that don't quite fit the rules that we see in our own galaxy. This allows us to keep most of the fantasy vibe you'd expect in D&D while being able to travel the stars into different worlds. It will feel familiar but new. That's the goal, at least. The rules of our galaxy, aka Blackstorm Realms, will allow for many, many fantasy worlds to exist and therefore explore. Bonus! So, make sure go to obsidianportal.com and click on the link. We'll drop it below so that you can read all the questions and answers between Aaron and Jinx. It's definitely worth checking out. Overall, I have to say, this content to me stands back to back, cover to cover with my other core books. This will go up there with the same books I reference during every session. If you're looking for content to augment your own campaign, this is it. If you're looking for new adventures just to dive into, this is it. If you're looking for new items, worlds, tools, rules, customization, this is it. I really think, and I don't think I'm being too grand here, but I really think this can change the way that you run a 5e campaign. And I know I'm one personally to pull in product and content from other genres and other systems. Just the information itself alone, I think, is going to help make any transversal realm traveling campaign better. I don't think I'm overstating when I say the focus that they're putting here is really the right focus. I think it's more than just old school gamers who want Planescape and Spelljammer. I think it's more than just old school gamers who want a bigger universe. I think everyone wants that opportunity to do something bigger, go somewhere and experience something bigger in their campaign. I love Rats in the Basement. I love Orcs in the Woods. I love, slay the dragon, save the princess in the right context. But more than that, I love being able to get into something that makes my character feel as epic as when I roll them up and think about how cool they're going to be eventually. So, don't forget, go to obsidianportal.com for all your campaign management needs. More features than a bag of tricks, more depth than a bag of holding. Obsidian Portal has everything you need to run your campaign, whether it's new and you're looking for players, or it's old and you're just wanting a way to update it. Customizing your own portal, a huge community to be able to talk to, troubleshoot, chat, and bounce ideas off of. Obsidian Portal has what you need to make your campaign great. You can visit our forums at Obsidian Portal. We'll drop a forum link, and don't forget to join our Discord. Obsidian Portal is where you're going to find what you need to make your campaign worth playing, worth running, and as epic as you have it written down on your notepad and in your head.